Hello and welcome. This is CJ Plus, a show that truly belongs to you. These are a reflection of your concerns, your issues, but more importantly, this is your voice, undiluted and uncensored. Let's show you all that we packed in on the show today.
मेरा नाम रेशमा है, मैं एसिड अटैक सर्वाइवर हूँ। आज मैं सिटीजन जर्नलिस्ट टीवी शो में अपनी कहानी बताने आई हूँ।
Reshma is going to be working at New York Fashion Week.
प्लीज़ सुषमा जी मेरा वीज़ा कराने में हेल्प कीजिए।
Let me show you the challenges a person with a disability faces while traveling through Delhi. Look at this post office. The terrain leading to the post office is so bad that it is impossible for me to go there. There is a wheelchair sticker here in the back, but he doesn't know how to open the ramp. That's the story of accessibility in Delhi.
First on CJ Plus today is a story of courage, of grit and determination, of a spirit that refuses to die down. Reshma Qureshi at 17 was attacked by acid. This heinous crime was committed by her own brother-in-law. The acid melted her skin. She lost her vision from her left eye. But Reshma, 19 today, is proving all of this wrong. She has been chosen to walk the New York Fashion Week in September this year. All that is left between her and her dream is a US visa. Here is Reshma's story.
मेरा नाम रेशमा है, मैं एसिड अटैक सर्वाइवर हूँ। आज मैं सिटीजन जर्नलिस्ट टीवी शो में अपनी कहानी बताने आई हूँ।
My attacker threw acid on me to destroy my face, my life. Today, 2 years after that nightmare, I am the face of global fashion agency FTL Moda.
आज मैं कटरीना कैफ से ज़्यादा सुंदर दिखने वाली हूँ।
At 19, I am an achiever, a fighter, an acid attack survivor.
Reshma is going to be working at New York Fashion Week and she is very excited. I think she's shocked at the moment. तो सितंबर में तुम उस शो में चलोगी अमेरिका जाके? सच में? Excited हो? सच में?
I have been picked up by the acclaimed international fashion agency to walk the ramp at the New York Fashion Week in September this year.
रेशमा कैसे फील हो रहा? बहुत अच्छा, एक्साइटेड हो? जब मुझे पता चला कि मुझे न्यूयॉर्क जाना है फैशन शो पे तो मुझे बहुत अच्छा लगा, बहुत खुशी हुई। मुझे नहीं पता था, मुझे रिया मैम ने बुलाया, उन्होंने मुझे स्पेशली सब लैपटॉप में फ़ोटो दिखाई न्यूयॉर्क की कि आपको यहाँ जाना है। मुझे बिल्कुल भी यकीन नहीं आया। उन्होंने मुझे बहुत सारे वीडियोस दिखाए, सब दिखाएंगे ना आपको यहाँ चलना है। फिर मुझे बहुत खुशी हुई, इतनी ज़्यादा खुशी हुई, बहुत ज़्यादा कि मैंने कभी ऐसा सोचा नहीं था लाइफ में ये सब मेरे साथ में होगा।
I was 17 when my brother-in-law attacked me and scarred my face using acid. All this over a family dispute. My skin burnt. The acid crept into my left eye, melting away the lid and the cornea.
दो मोटरसाइकिल वाले आए, एक ने मेरा बाल पकड़ के मुझे लिटा दिया और वो पीछे से आके मेरे चेहरे पे एसिड डाल दिया।
Hi everyone, आज मैं आपको सिखाने वाली हूँ।
But they couldn't kill my spirit and my courage. I joined the battle to ensure that what happened to me would not happen to other young women.
ये आईलाइनर आपको 100 रुपए में कहीं भी मिल जाएगा, पर क्या आपको पता है एसिड सिर्फ 30 रुपए में मिलता है?
I was one among the voices of the award-winning campaign against over-the-counter sale of acid, which led to the Supreme Court banning the sale of acid in 2013.
एसिड को बैन करवाया जाए ये ना हो, मतलब किसी को दिया ही नहीं जाए। ऐसे है लेसन के ऊपर, लेसन से आप ले रहे हो तो फिर वो पूरी जांच करके दो कि किस काम के लिए दे रहे हो। आप किसी को भी दे देते हैं, वो कोई भी लड़की यहाँ किसी के ऊपर भी डाल देंगे।
The ugly memories of that attack now fade away as newer experiences take over. Today, I feel truly victorious as I break the stereotypes of beauty. Walking the ramp in New York, I want to send out a clear message. The only hurdle left now between me and my dream is the US visa.
मेरी एक रिक्वेस्ट है, प्लीज़ सुषमा जी मेरा वीज़ा कराने में हेल्प कीजिए और मुझे इंडिया का ग्लोबल बनाने में प्लीज़ हेल्प कीजिए और मुझे फैशन वीक पे जाने में मदद कीजिए।
You can help Reshma Qureshi reach her dream. Help her in expediting that US visa. You can retweet News 18 CJ as we are taking that appeal to External Affairs Minister Sushma Swaraj. And now to another battle, that of accessibility. Our citizen journalist is Nipun Malhotra. He's a person who uses the wheelchair to commute, and he's all over the national capital showing just how inaccessible the public spaces are. Schools, ATM machines, or even bus stops like this one. Look at this. This is one step higher than the ground level. There is a ramp, but really, what does it lead to? Here is Nipun Malhotra's report.
I am Nipun Malhotra, and I've become a citizen journalist today to talk to you about how disabled unfriendly the public transportation and infrastructure of the national capital is. Many of you have heard or read about the British Raj and how during that time there were many public infrastructure and buildings where there were hoardings that said Indians and dogs not allowed. 70 years after independence, we don't see such hoardings, but we see infrastructure which is not accessible, which is a clear indication that the disabled are not allowed. Everyday activities are a big hassle for us. Let me show you the challenges a person with a disability faces while traveling through Delhi. Now I want to get onto this pavement, but what I find on this corner is a manhole, which is not only dangerous for a person with a disability, but for anyone who wants to get on this pavement. I've seen through the entire stretch of this pavement, and there is not a single ramp anywhere, making it completely inaccessible and impossible for me to get onto this pavement. Roads are so uneven and badly maintained. There are potholes everywhere that it's impossible for a person with a disability to travel alone or with dignity. I'll have to depend on strangers coming across and helping me wherever I go. Buses are the main form of public transport for a citizen in a modern city. However, unfortunately in Delhi, this mode of transport has been snatched away for people with disabilities. This is basically because of two reasons. One, most buses are not accessible and don't have a ramp. Like this one, it just doesn't have a ramp. Look at this. How will I go in? Whether or not a bus is disabled friendly is a secondary issue in order to get into a bus. The bus stops need to have proper ramps too. और ramp का logo लगा हुआ है. So there is a logo for a wheelchair, but he doesn't know how to open the ramp. So I'm stuck now and I cannot really get into this bus. He's asking me to come from the front, but there is no ramp in the front. So there is no ramp in the front. There is a wheelchair sticker here in the back, but he doesn't know how to open the ramp. That's the story of accessibility in Delhi.
Sir, आपको कोई ट्रेनिंग मिलती है रात में?
Even something as basic as crossing a road becomes an ordeal for a person with a disability. I have crossed this road here, but look at the pavement. It's so high, it's such a raised platform with no slope that I have nowhere to go. And now I'm stuck in the middle of the road. The signal is going to go green and I'm having to rush back to the other side to save my life. Let me now take you to important places and show you the ordeal that we have to go through on a daily basis. Look at this post office. The terrain leading to the post office is so bad that it is impossible for me to go there. I'm 28-year-old and I've never used an ATM in my life. Most ATMs aren't accessible to get into. Like for example this one, where I cannot get in. And my friend Shreya is going to help me. But now that I am inside this ATM again is not accessible at all because there is no legroom for me to enter. The numbers are too high, so my hands cannot reach them. And I do not really want to withdraw cash or share my ATM number with somebody who's helped me up. Because what's the point of privacy then? I am here at the Nizamuddin railway station in Delhi. It is good to see that at this railway station there are ramps everywhere. The staff knows how to react to a person with a disability, and this is definitely an improvement over what has happened in the past. There are many other stations across the country which need considerable work, and the biggest challenge would be to ensure that all trains have ramps to get in so that disabled people can use them too. I request the government and all agencies involved to look into these matters and make India an equal opportunity country for people with disabilities. I'm Nipun Malhotra, citizen journalist for CNN News 18.
This is not just a story of the national capital. If you too are seeing inaccessibility in your part of the world, remember to send us a video or a picture. With that, slipping into a very short break, much more on the other side. Stay with us. Welcome back. You're watching CJ Plus. The ever-increasing pressure for space in the city. Parking has always been one of the issues in the urban setting. Our next citizen journalist is Sudha Chakrapani, and in her report she's showing how the North Delhi MCD increased the parking rates 3 times, from 500 a month to 1500 a month. Obviously, this increase is pinching the pockets of many citizens like Sudha herself. Take a look at her report.
Hi, I'm Sudha Chakrapani. I have turned citizen journalist today to highlight the problems caused by the MCD parking fee hike. This parking lot at Rajendra Place is owned by North Delhi Municipal Corporation, and this is where hundreds of others besides me who work in this building complex park our vehicles every day. For the last 4 to 5 years, we have been paying 500 rupees per month, which amounts to around 20 rupees per day for 8 hours. This has been the standard norm across the city. A few days ago, the NDMC contractor for the parking space asked us to pay 1500 rupees, which is more than 100% of the original hike, citing that NDMC had revised the rates. According to the new rate, we have to be paying around 1500 rupees per month, which roughly amounts to around 58 rupees per day. And this is definitely going to burn a hole in our pockets. I was absolutely shocked to hear this when they came and told me about it. I'm Sudha Chakrapani. I have turned citizen journalist today to highlight the problems caused by the This is when I decided to approach the citizen journalist team with this issue to find a solution.
When Sudha's story reached us, we first tapped into our contact at MCD, who confirmed that the increase in the parking fee charge came from an MCD directive. But how this was affecting the commuters was in fact what Sudha's appeal was.
The citizen journalist team reached the location.
The buses are overcrowded.
And found that Sudha was not the only sufferer.
From the metro station to my office, it's not a walking distance. So I prefer coming by my four-wheeler and getting parked over here near my office area itself. So this unreasonable hike would be somewhat an extra expense on me.
I am pregnant, and any other pregnant lady like me can never travel by metro because metro is very overcrowded, especially in office time.
हम कोई शॉपिंग करने तो जा नहीं रहे हैं, हम जॉब करने आ रहे हैं, हम अपनी बाइक पार्क करते हैं जो कि 5 रुपये में होती थी पहले, और अब जो कि 65 रुपये ले रहे हैं ये घंटे के हिसाब से. अगर हम मंथली करेंगे तो 1500 रुपये वो बहुत ज़्यादा है.
Compared to what the normal we were paying earlier, it was 500. Now it has been increased to 1500. That is in a hike of more than 100%. You can assume that. तो ये तो बहुत ही ऊपर है.
लोकल मीडियम ऑफ ट्रांसपोर्ट नहीं अवेल कर सकते क्योंकि हमारी घर काफ़ी दूर है. इससे हमारा रोज़ का खर्चा बढ़ गया है.
On one hand, we have MCD increasing the parking lot fee. On the other hand, we find public transport in a pathetic condition. For senior citizens like me traveling from Dwarka to Rajendra Place every day, it is not practical at all to be boarding these overcrowded buses. in peak hours, carrying a laptop bag, lunch bag and my handbag. What other options do I have? Auto rickshaws, taxis, I would have to pay around 600 rupees per day. Forget about me. What about pregnant ladies and differently abled people? What option do they have? Along with the CJ team, I also met the MCD authorities to know the reason behind the steep hike.
ये रेट आज से नहीं बढ़ाए गए, ये रेट बढ़ाए गए 1 नवंबर 2014 से और सारे पार्किंग रेट्स रिवाइज किए गए थे और आज भी तीनों कॉर्पोरेशंस में नॉर्थ दिल्ली नगर निगम के रेट सबसे कम है।
बट एकदम 500 से 1500 तक ले जाना 100% से ज़्यादा है। ये
काफ़ी सालों के बाद रेट रिवाइज हुए, कम से कम 10-12 साल के बाद। उसको आवरली बेसिस पे करने के लिए बार बार हमारे ऊपर जिस तरह से कि डायरेक्शंस आ रही थी ताकि लोगों को डिस्करेज करें, पब्लिक ट्रांसपोर्ट को ज़्यादा से ज़्यादा यूज़ करें। पार्किंग की स्पेस दिल्ली के अंदर काफ़ी कम अवेलेबल है। पॉसिटी ऑफ लैंड की वजह से पार्किंग नहीं डेवलप करनी बड़ी मुश्किल हो चुकी है। हमें जहाँ कहीं भी स्थान उपलब्ध होता है वहाँ नई नई पार्किंग डेवलप करने की कोशिश ज़रूर कर रहे हैं। इसमें भी अगर आपको थोड़ी प्रॉब्लम है तो इसको फिर भी हम एडमिनिस्ट्रेशन के सामने रखेंगे, इस पर रिव्यू करेंगे, रिकन्सिडर करने की कोशिश करेंगे।
As per the MCD authorities, I will now be filing a petition asking for a revision in the parking space rates. I will continue to fight for this until we get a solution. This is Sudha Chakrapani, citizen journalist for CNN News 18.
What do you think? An increase in MCD parking, fair or unfair? You can tweet us your responses. And now to a special report on CJ Plus. Arshin Khan is a Taekwondo coach and he's using sport to help young children, just like this one, employed in labor. Otherwise, these underprivileged children from a nearby slum train with Arshin. They're using sport to channelize their energies in positive ways. Take a look at this report.
मेरा नाम आसिन है और मैं टाइकोंडो कोच हूँ। मेरा सपना है कि मैं एशियन गेम में करूँ, फिर उसके बाद धीरे धीरे करके लेवल तक और ओलंपिक तक पहुँचूँ। मेडल लाऊंगा और वो भी गोल्ड लेके आऊँगा, इंडिया का पहला गोल्ड मेडल।
केवल मम्मी है, पापा नहीं है। ये छोटे घरों में काम करते। सर ने हमें ड्रेस दिया, ड्रेस पहनने के लिए, क्योंकि हमारे पास हम ये भी पूरी नहीं कर सकते। ड्रेस था और शूज़ भी दिया है, तो मैं काफ़ी ज़्यादा खुश हूँ।
कुछ बच्चे सिर्फ आसपास कॉलोनी से आते हैं, कुछ स्लम से आते हैं। कई बार देखता था कि बच्चे सिर्फ फ्री घूमते हैं, शाम के वक्त खेलते हैं, कोई कूड़ा कचरा उठाता है। तो उनसे मैंने बात की, उनके पेरेंट्स से बात की, उनके माँ बाप से बात करके उनको बताया इस बारे में कि जो आपके बच्चे जो आप कर रहे हो एटलीस्ट ये आपके बच्चे ना करें।
मेरे को टाइकोंडो का टीचर बनाना है, आगे जाना है, मेरे को भी ओलंपिक खेलना है।
You'll find many such reports on our Facebook and Twitter page. Remember to like and follow us. You can also send us your feedback, your suggestions there. To submit your video reports, take down our WhatsApp number and remember to save it in your contact list. That's all that we could pack in on this edition of CJ Plus. We hope to see you next week.